This is Phase Music. Let's get it. Yeah, it's understood and gotta be explained. I am one for the. I'm not here for the fame. From the 504, New Orleans, that's my home. King in the throne. Yes, yes, yes. What's going on, family? What's going on, family? No lie. No lie. No lie. And all we live is no lie. No lie, yeah. No lie, yeah. And what we live is no lie.
Or you could throw me in that booth. I might as well just light it up and tear the fucking roof. It's been a real while since they put me in this bitch. Every time I touch the mic, I'm bound to get up in some shit. Go ahead, pass the beat. I'ma go and really kill it. I'ma go and give them 16.
I hope they gon' feel it.
I'ma give it out for free and ain't no way that I'ma.
Nah, this song really is tough. No lie. We gotta replay this, family. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good evening. Good afternoon. We are back, family, with another trading session, man. It's your boy Abel checking in for the one timer. Yeah. So we got Austin in the house. We got Tyson in the house. We got Matthew in the house. Devin in the house. Ricardo in the house. My guy Lita in the house. We got JJ in the building.
I'm not here for the fame. This some shit that they don't know, but this some shit that I'ma show. How the hell youngin' really did it from the 504?
Yeah, 504, New Orleans, that's my home.
No, I'm not alone, but I'm the king, give me the throne. Like I just won a ship, yeah, I'm finna take it home.
We got globally paid Big 4L in the building. The biggest in the chat. What's going on, man? No lie. No lie. And what we live is no lie. No lie, yeah.
No lie, yeah.
And what we live is no lie. Yes, yes, family. Yes, family. We here, man. I think today's gonna be another good one for us, man. We've been having a good week so far. Send me in the booth. To the fucking roof.
It's been a real while since they put me in this bitch. Every time I touch the mic, I'm bound to get up in some shit. Go ahead, pass the beat. I'ma go and really get it. I'ma go and give them 16. I swear
they gon' feel it.
I'ma give it out for free and ain't no way that I'ma deal it. This the shit that I'ma do until the day that I die.
No lie. No lie.
No
lie.
No lie. No lie.
No lie, yeah.
No lie. And what we live is no lie.
No lie, yeah. No lie, yeah.
And
what we live is no lie.
No lie. No lie. And what we live is no lie. No lie, yeah.
No lie, yeah.
And what we live is no lie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got Brother O in the house as well. What's going on, Brother O, man? Good to see you in the chat. We got the biggest Father Prime in the building. Mr. Father Prime in the chat. Come on now, man. That's family right there. Only you surrounded by bosses.
You can catch me in the trenches and no way you can belittle me. I'm aligned with my life. You can call that shit that symmetry. Like I'm living in the days. I ain't come to play. Wealthy everything. Don't forget that fucking name. I'm a beast out the cage. I'm the one they cannot tame.
Facts.
Please don't forget. Born to catch pips, but it's 2021. Yeah, I'm on some other shit. Yeah, some other shit, hot like an oven mitt. Got me focused on my dollars, you can call me Money Mitch. Yeah, listen, this is overflow, overflow. Listen, this is overflow, overflow.
All right, let's go ahead and get right, family. Let's go ahead and get right real quick. What do we have for the calendar for today? Nothing too crazy. We have crude oil inventories later on in the session. New home sales as well. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that I'm truly concerned of for the most part. But other way, you guys know the game plan, family. We're going to lock in. The game plan is to target 20, 30 points. Go ahead and secure the partials and let the remainders try to run. I swear, man, if it's not a matter of if, right? We're going to follow the plan, right? But adjusting to the market conditions, not trying to always go for 100+ points, which is what I typically go based off my setups, is going to significantly increase our win rate. Significantly going to increase the win percentage. Absolutely. That's going to be fire, right? So I'm excited for what we got here, guys. The markets itself, again, are super choppy, just like they have been for this entire year. They've been super choppy, especially, things like gold. But either way, we're going to take what the markets give us, man. But we're here. We're live. We're going to let the markets dictate our decision on what we actually do. We're going to have a hell of a good time today, family. A hell of a good time, man. All right, we got Jose in the chat. What's the word, Jose? I see you, my brother. King City in the building. What's up? What's up? Got that fresh cut. You know it. You see me, right? I'm looking kind of fresh, right, Jose? Come on now, baby. You know what's crazy, family? There's a cheat code. If you're a man, right, and you're feeling depressed for whatever reason, go get a haircut. Go get a haircut. Like, that's a fact. Let's see what we got here. You have 2 live sessions. You know what's crazy, bro? I did get an email from 2 different sessions. Let me just check this real quick, right? Because I might have to see. I don't even know how to turn one off if I do have 2 up right now. Let me just check real quick. Because I did see that I got an email with 2 different sessions up right now. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick, family, before we really get all the way locked the hell in. Let's see what we got here. In the meantime, y'all, tell me what you guys are looking at, family. What's your guys' plans for today, man? What setups you guys looking at today? How many of you guys are already currently in positions? 'Cause I know some of you guys y'all just be going crazy. Okay, I see this one. I want you to delete. Yeah, delete. There we go. All right, we should only have 1 live stream up now. I don't know why there was 2. Let me just. Yeah, we should have only 1 up now. Beautiful. Perfect. 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 All right, perfect. Let's see what else we got in the chat, man. I got Cove planning that Invest Fest trip with me. Let's get it, Devin. Yo, don't plan it without me. Oh, let me tell what, wifey, I'm going to Invest Fest August 26th through the 28th, I believe. Do we have anything planned for that day, actually? In August, and we gotta be in New York. Let me see. What were the dates for Invest Fest again? Let me check, because I want to go to Invest Fest this year in Atlanta. August 23rd to the 25th. When are we gonna be in New York? The 26th. Right before or right after? All right. Yeah, I might have to. Let me see, because I think I might have to actually be in New York that week. But I'm gonna double check, man, because I definitely want to go to Invest Fest if possible, man. I know it's gonna be a vibe, great energy. And I want to go with y'all, man. We all go ahead and grab a nice big Airbnb. We might even go next level, get the Airbnb, get the cook, you know what I'm saying, and get the a trainer for the weekend. You know how we do, Devin. All right, whenever we travel, man, we actually like to enjoy ourselves and have a good time. But yeah, I definitely let y'all know, man, because that trip is gonna be fire though. Let's see, I've been watching on my TV and wasn't responding. Okay. Let's see, Grand Rise and Abel in chat, smash that like button. Definitely go and smash the like button one time for me, family. Definitely helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy what I do here, if you appreciate the value that's provided here, all you gotta do is simply smash the like button. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta do nothing else too crazy. Just smash the like button and we good. Let's see what else we got here though. I heard if you don't hit that like button, you ain't making no profits. That's a fact. That is a scientifically proven fact. Like it's proven by science. We ain't arguing against science, family. All right, we got Mike in the house, Kareem in the house, Jude in the building. What's up? Let's get it, family. And oil sells in the moment. Oil sells. Oil sells. Okay. Hey, man. I hope that shit continues to run for you, bro. Come on now. Continue to run. All right, now let's go ahead and look at what I'm looking at for today, family. The dollar itself did exactly like can we not be any more accurate? Like, look at this, family, right? What did I tell you guys at the beginning of the week? Like, I wanted more upside for the dollar. Right, Jude, you better be excited, my brother, because your dollar bulls, man, came to play. Right, exactly what we wanted to see, guys, is exactly what we got. You know, price fell into this fair value gap. We immediately started to see some demand come back into play. And now we completely took out that bearish engulfing that essentially probably enticed a lot of sellers to jump into the market. So this market is doing exactly what we wanted it to, man. I told you I wanted to see more. I expected dollar strength to continue. And that's exactly what we're getting here, man. It's been a really, really good week, family, right? If we actually look at, you know, again, if you're in the VIP section of the Discord, right, where I actually sent, you know, these trade ideas from Sunday's weekly overview call, like the dollar index did exactly what we wanted to, right? I wanted to come down to the 105.11, and this thing did exactly just that. Bounced right off of it, went bullish. The euro itself is also doing really, really good right now. Like, if you took this setup here, guys, you are in profits heavy. Like, holy moly, let's go look at this. Where's my euro at? Yeah, right. So, like, the entry would have been right here where I sent it in the chat. It would have been flowing around 50 pips right now on EU. 50 pips on EU is actually pretty good now, right? I don't know if you guys are aware, guys, but all these pairs and these assets that we trade, right, they have an average daily range that they move, right, called the ADR, right? You might hear people talk about the ADR of pairs, right? The ADR for the euro right now is damn near like 70, 80 pips because it's so slow. It's been moving so slow, so choppy. All currency pairs have been moving so slow and choppy. So the ADR for the euro right now is probably like 70 pips, right? And that just talks about on average, how many pips is moving in a day. So for us to go ahead and grab 50 pips in the past couple days, if you took it, that's not a bad play, actually. That's actually really, really good. But the market did exactly what we wanted it to and what we predicted here on Sunday. So that's going really, really well. Gold itself is a little bit more sideways. It tried to reach towards my initial second area of interest. Right, we had my initial one, which was literally just right here, the 2330s. We did play around it a little bit, but then it finally broke down and started to go in the same direction we expected to as well. Right, so again, everything is literally going in the same directions, guys, that we expected here. Indices are the only ones that I don't think played out how I wanted them to be. They actually fell a lot lower. At least the NASDAQ fell a lot lower than I thought it was going to. But then it found the support. We ended up seeing a massive move to the upside, and I think there is a good chance that now we could possibly see more continuation to the upside here on indices, right? And the same thing for the S&P. Obviously, this thing did fall, but this one actually didn't go as far. Like, NASDAQ went further than I wanted it to. The S&P barely did anything. The S&P finally came and took out the lows that I wanted it to take out, and then it started to essentially reverse back up to the upside. For the S&P, though, we do have these lows now that I think can be a potential area that we take out for today. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if we did something like this for the S&P today. Right? I would be a big fan of looking for some buys off the 5440, the 5440s area, based on forex pricing. Based on futures pricing, we're talking about the 5460s, you could say. But we'll continue to watch that. And then US 30, US dirty, freaking 30 still hasn't gone to the area I initially wanted. I wanted US 30 to really come a lot lower. At least test the 38,900 before I really start to look for some, longer term buy positions. And just based on how it's looking, this thing looks like it just wants to continue to drop here. So I'm not opposed to this continuing to drop. I think it could set us up nicely for a beautiful opportunity to buy this thing back up as well, right? But everything else, besides indices, have really been on the money, on the freaking money for us this week, family, which is absolutely spectacular, and I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. In the Nas sell this morning. Okay, King City going crazy. In gold and oil. Okay. The 23rd to 25th. Yep. We got Tony in the building. What's going on, Tony? Appreciate you, my brother, for being here. Let's get it. Yeah, so family, I mean, the game plan is going to be the same. I personally would like us to take out the lows here on the SR on US 30, give us a live OB situation to then go ahead and possibly look for more upside here. The Nasdaq similar, we are already seeing this thing kind of fall a little bit. Maybe if we go ahead and fill this wick right here at 19,690s, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing us fill that wick and then possibly getting a live OB to then send us right back on up to the upside. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. In terms of the S&P, I kind of want the S&P to take out this entire low, to be honest with y'all. And then we look for some longs, but we'll see what happens. You guys know my main focus is usually gold. So, and talking about gold, guys, gold can possibly give us a nice opportunity to continue to short here, to be honest with y'all. Right? Because we have been making these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, right? We just created a new low, came all the way back up, created a lower high, and now this thing looks like it might actually start rolling over. So this might be an opportunity we could take early on in the session here. We might be able to grab some here. Let's see how this continues to play here, though. Because something like this, I wouldn't be opposed to, right? Especially if we do get below, you know, obviously our moving averages. That could be nice. Now, again, we're only going to be targeting, guys. Main TP is always going to be 20 points from now on. 20, 30 points is going to always be the main TP, but we are going to have our extended so that we can let some type of partials to actually go ahead and run and ride out for the old thing. But one thing that I realized about y'all in the chat, and it's not you guys specifically, just in general, and the reason why I'm making this adjustment to only go for mainly 20, 30 points is because we got to get you guys some wins, right? We got to get quick wins. Quick wins, I mean, it's only going to improve the morale amongst the community, right? And if I can consistently get you guys quick wins, quick dubs, then eventually I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And I believe the stream would also continue to grow from that. So I'm excited for that to see how we go. But again, let's continue to watch this go now. We are testing this level of support at 23.13 here based on Forex pricing. Based on futures pricing, we're talking about the 23.24 level. I am trading futures, a futures prop from here, so we're going to be focused on futures pricing. But yeah, this could very well drop, man, and continue to fall here. I want us to get a nice close below this level, though, right? If we can get a nice strong close below this 23.24, I think that would be very solid. So we'll continue to watch this, though. Still so early on in the session. Majority of my positions and majority of the trades we've taken on stream have all come later on in the session anyways, right? We haven't taken that many trades before 9 o'clock, but we're also not opposed to it if that's what the market gives us. So we're going to see what we get here. We're going to see what we get here for today. All right, let's see what we guys talking about in the chat. Still chilling this week, broke even on oil buys. I'm not eager to get in. My trade will come to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Patience, man. You guys know how important patience is. Patience is a virtue when it comes to trading. Waiting for that right opportunity is absolutely astronomically important, right? We can't just jump into things just because we want to jump into it. Nah, we got to be patient, man. We got to be patient. We got to let the market tell us exactly what it wants to do here. Coach, I'm red. Gold is starting to drop again. Let's see what we get here for gold. Gold is trying. Gold is trying its little heart out. All you didn't do is just ring. What do I do? Only time will tell. You like to take profits. Getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. Coach, I'm red. Femi, anybody that's red right now, this song is for you. How you red? Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. How you red? What? How? How you red? Dripping on the FOMO, dude. Yo. Or did it go over your head? Someone gonna be red too. Dripping on the FOMO, dude. Let's see how this 5-minute closes here, family. Again, I'm interested if we, depending on how we close here, man. Could be a play. Coach, I'm red. How you red? Yeah, dollar looks solid. The dollar did just take out this high though, so we could experience maybe a little bit of a pullback here, but dollar is taking out this high. We gotta see how this plays out here. How you red? Coach, I'm red. Yeah. How you red? Facts. Yeah. How you red? Yeah, gold is really trying to make a move lower here, huh? Talk to us nice, Goldie. Talk to us nice, Goldilocks. Coach, I'm red. It's gonna be lit. Let's see, no cap. I can't wait for the boot camp. It's not a paid advertisement. It's definitely not a paid advertisement, right? Yeah, no, I'm excited for the boot camp, y'all. You know what's crazy? Like, I got so much in store for y'all on the boot camp. It's going to be insane. Insane. Especially starting off on day number 1, right? When we talk about mindset and how to mentally approach these markets, I'm a ruffle a couple feathers. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, family. Like, there's gonna be a bunch of feathers that are gonna be ruffled, because I'm not gonna hold back, and I'm gonna be very honest with y'all on probably why some of y'all still ain't seeing the results you want after a couple years of doing this shit. I'm just being honest with y'all. Right? So if you don't want to get your feathers ruffled, do not participate in the boot camp, because I ain't gonna hold my tongue for nobody. All right? We gotta take this shit as serious as possible, and I'm gonna lock in, and yeah, just know. Just know it's gonna be a good one. I mean, I'll even give you guys a little bit of a cheat code. Not a cheat code, but one thing that I'm really gonna talk about a lot, especially on day number 1, is whether you guys should even be trading to begin with. Because I'm gonna be honest, family, right? Just like, remember yesterday I went on a rant. Yesterday I was going crazy with y'all. Right, I went on a whole rant talking about having a safety fund and things of this nature, and there's reasons why I brought that up, which I'm gonna go a lot more in depth into during the boot camp itself. Because one thing we have to understand, guys, is that a lot of us are not mentally going to be prepared to trade profitably, or at least attack the markets with the right mindset, because we don't have the correct how do I put this, right? I'm trying to make sure I want to keep most of the sauce for the boot camp, but just know you guys will trade a lot better. Put it like this: you guys will trade a lot better with a higher confidence level if you guys did have a safety buffer, if you guys did have funds stored to the side. And the reason why this is important is because what most of you guys do, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's true, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Look at gold go, though, right? We didn't get the closure I wanted. The only thing that sucks about this gold right here is that the moving averages are not how I want them to be if I'm looking for sales, right? If I'm looking for sales, they need to be like this, right? The 13 need to be below the 50 typically when I'm looking for sales. But the reason why most of you guys are not actually passing prop firms or actually seeing crazy results is because you're literally taking your last dollar and you're investing into it. Mentally, it is extremely difficult to trade when you know you just used the last remaining funds you had. For an example, what a lot of us do, or what a lot of people do, they get their check at their job. Let's say it's $500, right? They get their check, $500 check for the week, and that's all they have. They'll take that 500, right? They'll take that $500 check, and they'll go ahead and they'll take $200, $300, $400 of that. My fault. I got my daughter back here tweaking. What they'll do is they'll take that last remaining $500. They'll use half of it to invest into a prop firm account. Now think about how much pressure that you're going to have as a trader trying to trade a prop firm challenge with the last little bit of funds you have. You guys might not think that that's a big deal, but that's a big deal, and that's what most people do. They take their last couple dollars and they're like, man, let me go ahead and invest this to see if I can go ahead and get funded. Not realizing that you using the last funds that you currently have and the amount of pressure you're putting on yourself, that's going to be the big reason why you never actually pass the challenge. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. But if you had extra funds stored to the side and you were actually in a better situation financially, you'll see a lot more results. Guys, it's an actual fact that the traders that are trading today profitably are people that already come from money. And again, this ain't what people want to say. This ain't what people want to hear, right? If you already have money and you come from money, or you have a great paying job, and you're not investing your entire net worth into a prop firm challenge, you're gonna have higher results. You're going to see higher results. You're going to get, you're actually going to get funded a lot. There's a higher chance you're gonna get funded before the person that's essentially trading on a budget. Trading on a budget is one of the biggest downfalls for most of us. I'm just being honest with y'all. Right? If you are trading on a budget, you're already starting off on a bad foot, on a bad note. Because mentally, whether you believe that you're mentally strong enough to deal with the swings, you're actually not. Think about how easier it is for you to trade if you actually had, let's say, $5,000 in the bank account, saved up. If you have $5,000 in your bank, and then you went and invested into a $500 prop firm challenge, you're going to trade that a lot better. Mentally, you're going to be okay. But if you take your last $500 and you invest that into a challenge, you're never going to pass that shit. I'm just being honest. You're never going to pass it. There's going to be too much pressure on you. Again, these are things that most people don't tell you, but it's a fact. You guys with me? Trading on a budget is the biggest downfall for most traders. I know you guys think, but Abel, bro, how can we trade then if we want to? That's a great question. That is a phenomenal question. This might go against what you guys want to hear. I'm just being honest with y'all. But maybe it might make a lot more sense for you to create a savings account, have a safety buffer before you even invest into any type of account, before you deposit funds into a broker. Instead of trying to fund an account, go ahead and make sure you save up $1,000 into your bank. Save up $2,000, $5,000 in your account, and then invest into a prop firm. Then invest into, a personal account. You're going to see a massive difference in your decision making when you do that. I guarantee it, family. You're going to make massive, massive growth in your trading. So again, it's gonna go against popular belief, against what you guys want to hear. But instead of buying a new challenge, save that shit, bro. Save enough money in your, and I'm really giving you a lot. So again, there's a lot of stuff that's gonna be in the boot camp too. Just giving you guys practical game, real advice that most people don't tell y'all. Because most people online are gonna tell you, bro, go ahead and buy that challenge, bro. Not knowing your financial situation, but you know your financial situation. You know that you buying that prop from account is gonna be the last couple dollars you have for right now until your next check. You really think you're gonna be able to trade profitably that way? No, it's not gonna happen. So why not build up a safety account, right? Build up your savings account, and don't buy a prop firm account or fund a challenge until you could purchase 5 of those accounts. Like, think with me, family. Again, it's not what most of you guys are still not even gonna do this though, which kind of sucks. But the reality is, if you saved up $1,500 to $2,000 and you wanted to go ahead and get a 100K account for $450, $500, if you were to blow that, it's okay because you still have extra money. But if you spend your last and then you blow it, now you're gonna be going through a double whammy. Now you just blew your account and you're broke again. So I'm not gonna be telling you guys to rush to get a prop firm account or to fund a live account because I don't know your financial situation. You do. That's only good advice for people that actually have a nice cushion, that aren't so reliant on getting that money back right away. Whenever you're trading because you have the need to trade, because you have to pay bills, that's a major problem. That's a major problem that's going to affect you. So no, we got to make sure that we approach this, guys, responsibly at the end of the day. Taking your last dollars to go ahead and invest into a challenge account is not the smartest thing to do. I'm just being honest, it's really not. In fact, if we're being honest, and I know I'm probably calling some of you guys out, but that's financially irresponsible for you to do that. Like, it's financially irresponsible for you to use the last couple dollars to invest into a prop firm or into a live account because it's going to be too much pressure on you. Am I talking or am I talking right now, family? Am I speaking facts or am I not? Like, can somebody check me real quick if I'm not speaking facts? These are things that we don't think about, though. Why? Because we're such in a rush to try to buy an account so we can start trading again. Have delayed gratification real quick. Have delayed gratification. Right? Instead of going and get that account right away because you just got paid, no, save that shit to the side. Save enough money to where you can buy 5 prop firm accounts if needed. Save enough money so you can buy 10 prop firm accounts if needed. And then watch how crazy shit changes, man. Watch how crazy your trading improves when you're trading with an actual buffer behind you to protect you in case it fails. You're going to be able to think logically. You're not going to make emotional based decisions. You're going to be able to truly approach this market the way it needs to be approached, and not out of dire necessity. Family, if I didn't have other businesses that I run, if I didn't have other ways of making money, my trading would be shit, no matter how experienced I am. Right? You could be 10 years in the game, but if you're solely relying on trading as a stream of income solely, or you don't have a safety buffer, your trading is going to be shit. We're all human. We all get influenced by these things. Influenced to make the wrong decisions. Because we're trading out of desperation. Oh my God. We don't ever want to trade out of desperation. Trading out of desperation is only going to make you more desperate because you're going to blow that account. So again, I don't care what anybody online tells you. They don't know your financial situation better than you do. You know what your bank account looks like. So you have to make the responsible decision to say, you know what? I can't afford to spend $500 that I just got from my check onto this prop firm account because I'm going to be broke. And mentally, I'm not going to be able to trade correctly because of that. You have to hold yourself financially responsible. Don't let social media influence you into buying a prop firm account and leaving you dead broke, because you're not. It doesn't matter how good you are as a trader, you're gonna blow it. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, you're gonna blow it. You have to treat this shit seriously. You have to hold yourself financially responsible. Oh man, the boot camp is gonna be crazy. The boot camp is gonna be crazy, family. Because these are the type of topics that, again, most people try to avoid, but this is shit that I talk about because it's important. Like, this is practical, real game, real advice, family, that you typically don't hear. Because everybody's going to tell you is, go buy that challenge, bro. Go fund an account, bro. Not knowing that that's your last couple dollars. And even if they did know that that's your last, people would literally say, bro, once you get paid, go invest into a challenge. Are you seriously giving that advice? Knowing how draining trading is? Now you're making him trade out of desperation? That's not a good thing. Again, financially responsible is what we have to be. We can't be in such a rush to try to fund an account or get a prop firm challenge if it's going to make us broke after we buy that. Because then mentally we're not going to be able to truly, approach the markets the right way. That's a fact. And I know the shoe probably fits for some of y'all. I know that's what I used to do. Funding an account like that, it's literally the biggest reason why I used to fail. So, I'm just speaking game with y'all, family. Again, man, the boot camp is going to be crazy, because think about it, right? This type of game that I'm giving y'all right now for 5-10 minutes, on the boot camp, we're going to be on there for like an hour, 2 hours, giving this type of game. We're going to be on the boot camp, day number 1, talking this type of game, giving you guys practical steps on how to really get to the next level, for about an hour to 2 hours. That's what I'm saying. The transformation from everybody that participates in the boot camp is going to be insane. In the meantime, though, guys, gold is going absolutely freaking nuts right now. Gold is going absolutely freaking nuts. Gold is just falling off the face of the earth, just like I expected it to. Kind of crazy. I was over there spitting this hot game that we just watched it. We literally watched it fall. We could have caught 20 pips over and over again. We could have caught 20 points over and over again. Let's see. Yeah, I did that for a while. You know what's crazy, bro? 99% of traders start that way. So I get it. I did it too. But you understand how important it is to have a safety buffer. Not just to protect yourself from emergencies, but also to help you with your trading. The best traders are the ones that are not truly reliant on trading income. That's a bar. I have to repeat that one. The best traders that are out there, family, are the ones that are not really relying on trading income to survive. Oh my God. Y'all got me going. Y'all got me going. Oh my God. That's a bar. Some don't want to hear it, but that's a bar. The best traders out there are the ones that are not dependent on their trading income to live and survive. Oh my goodness. Listen, y'all don't gotta listen to me though. Y'all don't gotta listen to me. I've only been doing this for 8 years, 4 years full time, 5 years full time. Who am I, right? I'm just speaking game, family, right? And this is from experience. This is from experience. So the best thing to do is always save your money. Build up a nice buffer. Be able to afford 5 prop firms right then and there, and then go get yourself one. And I guarantee you your results are going to show. Holy moly, we spitting game today. Holy moly, we spitting today. We spitting and gold is dripping. We spitting and gold is dripping. Oh, everything is dripping. Holy sheesh. The NASDAQ is dripping. The S&P is dripping. The Dow Jones, US 30 is dripping. What's gold doing? Or the dollar? The dollar look like about to keep on running. Holy moly, gold is going nuts, bro. Oh my gosh. Ooh, we just might have missed out on a freaking banger. The thing is, again, my perimeters weren't where they need to be, man. But this thing is down 100 plus pips already. Look at this thing. Man, this thing is down 100 plus pips from when we broke that support. Sheesh. This thing going crazy. Quickly. Now, again, I still like more downside. I still personally like more downside, though. The only thing is now is we might have just missed a move on gold, because gold itself, like, that's a pretty big drop right there, bro. We might have missed out on the move that we could have traded today. But let's see. Again, we still got plenty of time. It's only 9 o'clock. We still got about 18 minutes from the open. We got plenty of time to look for stuff. But boy, imagine we took that, man. We could have called it a day already. Like, holy moly, quick session. Well, I wouldn't have got off, but this thing went nuts, family. All right, let's see what you guys saw in the chat. Let me see what you guys saw in the chat real quick. Trading works best when it's out of abundance. Absolutely. Just closed oil sell up 640 for the day. Oh my God, family. That's our W. That's our first W of the day, chat. That's our first W of the day, chat. Come on now. That's our first W of the day. Let's get it. Come on. Turn up one time. Big shout out to you, Austin. Let's go, man. Let's go, Austin. I love it, bro. First W of the day, family. You guys know I celebrate y'all wins like they my wins, man. So come on. We need that. Let's see what else we got here. That man did that for a while. Am I in the boot camp? That's a good question. You know what's crazy? I do got to clarify this question, family, right? A lot of people have been asking, Abel, I have your course. Does that automatically allow me to be in your boot camp? And unfortunately, the answer is no. You have to actually sign up for the boot camp to be a part of the boot camp. Again, listen, man, I give away a lot of free game. I try to always grandfather a lot of people into a lot of stuff. I leave a lot of money on the table because I constantly grandfather people into courses and shit like that, right? But this one I can't. So just because you have access to the course does not mean you get access to the boot camp. You will eventually, because the recordings will eventually be added to the course, but that's going to be later on down the road. So eventually you'll get access to it, but it's not going to be on the live. So if you want to participate live, you have to sign up and register. And hopefully y'all don't get mad at me for that. But y'all know I try to grandfather in as many people as possible into a lot of the shit that I do. But this one I can't, because the whole flow of this one is going to be completely different than a lot of the other boot camps that I did. So don't automatically assume because you have the course already that you're going to get grandfathered in. It will eventually be added to the course, though, probably a month later. But I just want to make that clear, family. If you want to attend live, you have to sign up. You have to register. Okay? You want to make sure. Let's see, is there any U.S. Forex prop firms you guys can recommend? U.S. Forex prop firms. U.S.-based Forex prop firms? No. Prop firms that accept U.S. clients? Yes. Funding Pips is probably the best one out there right now. Funding Pips is probably still the best Forex prop firm out, in my opinion. I just find Forex easier than futures. I mean, I could understand that, right? It could be more of a familiarity thing, just because you're more used to just trading Forex as opposed to futures, so I understand that. But when you really go to the futures side, I promise you, you're never going to want to go back to Forex when you start trading futures. Let's see. We got Jama in the building. How are you doing? Let's see. Talk that shit. Absolutely. And while you are saving up, keep paper trading. Use demo on the prop firms until, one, you get better, and two, you keep to your plan and your edge. Amen to that, Lambo. Amen to that. Let's see. Yet there is a reason why trading was reserved for the elite, because they can afford to. Absolutely. It's crazy how cheaper futures prop firms are. Nah, that's a fact, right? They are cheaper, but they're also a lot harder to pass, right? That trailing drawdown will kick most traders' ass, right? That trailing drawdown never stops. You know, if you create a new high in your P&L, that trailing drawdown is also trailing with you, right? So again, the futures accounts are a lot cheaper, but it is also a lot harder to pass. So there is a flip side to it. Let's see. And if the dreams are starting from nothing and making turn something, I got caught up in that mindset. Yeah, it happens. Let's see. I have the course and still grab the boot camp. The 2 1-on-1s worth $250 alone. Amen to that, Austin. Let's go. See, Austin, you are a man of clear understanding. And again, it's a write-off, family, right? That's at the very least understand that anything you guys invest into your education, all these courses that you guys might have bought, boot camps that you guys might buy, these events that you guys want to go to, whether it's InvestFest or another one, all that stuff is tax write-offs. That's all stuff that you can write off and lower your tax liability. Now, again, you always want to double check with your CPA. Talk to your accountant if you need to. Obviously, I'm not an accountant, so I shouldn't be giving you guys this type of advice, but that's just kind of like common knowledge. That's why I'm always okay with investing however much I need to invest into to get better. I invest into my education frequently because, for one, I need the sauce, I need the education, I need the mentorship and the guidance. But at the end of the day, it's a tax write-off. So I'll get that money back anyways. Or at least I won't get it back. At least my liability will be a lot lower. I'd rather invest into a course for $500 to $1,000 than having to pay the IRS that extra $500 to $1,000. You got me tripping, IRS. You got me tripped out, Uncle Sam, if you think I want to just continue. Like I haven't received a refund check in like 5 years. I have to pay in every single year. So I'm trying to lower my liability. Why do you think people that actually are successful, guys, are always so willing to invest? Like, they buy mentorships whether they actually go to it or not because they need the write-off. Like, I'd rather invest into a course or an educational platform or invest into a mentor than pay that shit to the IRS anyways. Like, come on. And again, it's just part of the game that you really learn. You know, once you truly, become independently dependent on yourself. Independently dependent on yourself, right? And you are an entrepreneur, a business owner, a trader, you have to learn these little games, man. You have to learn the tax code. The tax code is the #1 book in the world, or at least in the States, that's for entrepreneurs. Like, at least learn the basics of the tax code and how to try to maximize it. That's what the wealthy do. We need to do what the wealthy do. The wealthy know exactly how to pay zero taxes on billions of dollars of income. Trump has paid zero taxes. Trump, a billionaire, he pays $0 in taxes because he owns so much real estate that allows him to offset it. Right? You have the ability to depreciate certain assets like real estate that completely allows you to not pay taxes. That's the part. Like, that's what we're giving that rate. Like, we need to start leveraging that as well. But again, you know what I need to do? I need to get my accountant on here. I think that would be a powerful call, right? Would you guys enjoy something like that, family, if I got an accountant on the call? Like, and really just gave y'all a lot of game on how taxes really work as an entrepreneur / business owner? I think that will be fire. I think that would be fire. I don't know. I'm gonna work on something for y'all. Let's see. We got Kevin in the house. What's the word? TP hit on gold. Done for the week. Let's go. That's another win for the chat, man. Let's go. That's another win for the chat, baby. Come on. I love it. All right, let's see. Can you write off as an individual, or do you have to be running under an LLC? That's a great question. And you can do it as both. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You can actually get tax write-offs as an individual. It's called you being a sole proprietor. You can file under your social security number, and it will just come as a sole proprietorship. And yes, you can deduct things as a sole proprietor. Absolutely. So this boot camp that you just got access to, Austin, absolutely you can write that off. If you go to InvestFest with Devin and the gang, absolutely you can write that off. Now, when you have an LLC, you get a lot more benefits. When you have an LLC, you're able to deduct a lot more. But you can absolutely deduct stuff from your taxes as a sole proprietor, aka an individual. Absolutely you can. Absolutely. Come on now. Now we spitting game now. Gold went absolutely nuts though, family. Holy moly. Gold went crazy. Oh, I know Tyson got the W on that. Did anybody else happen to get into gold? Did anybody else get into gold, or am I the only one over here twiddling my thumbs as of right now? Because this thing went nuts. Holy moly guacamole. So I definitely missed out on that one. And it's gonna be now. It's gonna be kind of tough though to trade gold because this thing just went stupid. I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna be kind of tough now to try to trade this thing because it just went nuts. Every moment turned into a twisted in a row. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough now to try to trade this thing because this thing just went crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. Most definitely, I need that call for sure, big time. Can I change my trucking LLC to a self-employed? Can you change your trucking LLC to self-employed? Break that down a little bit more for me, JJ. What do you mean? Because if you are literally, if it's just yourself on that LLC, then technically you're self-employed. You're self-employed, just working under the LLC. But give me a little bit more context to that question. Might have to do a Zoom for that so proper questions could be asked. Absolutely, because I can't speak too much because again I'm not an accountant, right? And you always want to double check everything, right? So yeah, let's see. That would be awesome. We need that. No BS, but there's sauce you're giving right now. Other people want to charge. Absolutely, bro. I be giving y'all so much game, family, that people truly are paying, charging thousands of dollars for. That's a fact. Let's see. Nope. I think I want to switch to gold because Bitcoin has been asked for 2 weeks. Okay. He said I'm in US 30 cells. Let's see what US 30 doing over here. Oh, this thing is starting to drip too. Oh, this thing is starting to drip too. Damn. Damn. We're 5 minutes out from the open though. We are 5 minutes out from the open though, so be mindful of that. I typically I don't trade indices before the open, but we are about 5 minutes out from the open. But hey, that thing is dripping a little bit. Let's see, EU creeping up. Let's see what EU's doing. EU's trying. EU's trying. Damn, bro. Gold was the play, bro. Gold was the play. Let's see. Can also have a trust-owned LLCs. That's the smart way. That's the real wealthy way to do it. Especially if your LLCs are producing heavy and they're actually, bringing in a shit ton of money every single year. You eventually do want to have a trust own all that stuff. God forbid something happened to you. The trust owns it. And then whoever the beneficiaries of the trust are the ones that are able to get it. It's so crazy too, family. Something that I didn't tell you guys yesterday too, right? Because I told you guys that right now I have a safety cushion, right? That is just literally put in a savings account. But what I failed to mention to you guys, that it's a high yield and interest savings account. So whenever you guys do start to create your emergency fund, don't just put it in a regular bank account. That makes no sense, right? It's not doing anything. You're not making no money off that. Try to find a bank account, even go to your bank or your credit union and see if they have a high yield and interest account, a high yield interest savings account. Try to get like 5% year over year on your money. That's game. That's what the wealthy do. right? The wealthy do that. They're not going to just put it into a savings account that's not giving them no money. No, right? You got to find an account that at least is going to give you something in return. So for me, my safety cushion, my emergency fund, is all put into a savings account that's paying me 5% a year. That's game. Again, don't overlook that. That is game. I'm just saying, it might seem small, but I'm telling y'all. All right, let's see. My LLC is for transportation. Can I change it for trading? Nah, it's just best to get a whole new one. It's just best to get a whole new one, right? Because in order for you to adjust that, I don't even know if it's even I don't even know how that process works, right? But your LLC, your trucking LLC, is literally for trucking, right? For transportation, right? All the identifiers for it are all going to be based on the transportation industry. So you want to get a whole new one, get a fresh one. And also make sure to get an LLC in a state that is good for entrepreneurs. Not every state is good when it comes to getting LLCs. Some are super expensive, some are super cheap. Some are for entrepreneurs, like Delaware. The reason why Delaware is like one of the top states that entrepreneurs go and create LLCs from is because Delaware is a business-friendly entity. At least they were. Right? They're super business-friendly. Like Delaware actually has a specific court that only is for business-related offenses. So that's why a lot of big-time entrepreneurs go and they get LLCs in Delaware. And the cool thing about Delaware, for one, is cheap, right? For two, it's really specialized for businesses. And for three, is you can be anonymous on that bitch. Excuse my language. Like there's certain LLCs, certain states that allow you to actually remain anonymous. Like literally, like none of your information will ever be known. Like people can see the LLC, they can research it, but none of your information will ever be shown, which again, is super beneficial for a lot of people that want to, remain anonymous. So again, make sure you're looking into states that are affordable, business friendly, and if you want to remain anonymous, that will also allow you to be anonymous as well. You don't have to go into the state that you're currently in. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I'm giving y'all game, man. Holy shit, this is so much game today. Holy moly. All right, let's see what we got here. You're the real deal, bro. Not many like you. I appreciate that, Tyson. Let's go. One LLC as a holding company only owns other businesses, and trusts own the main company. Yo, Mike, Mike is also dropping game. You know what's crazy, bro? Yo, Mike has been dropping game, family, since he really started joining the community, since he joined the chat. So please also take advantage of what Mike be saying, because he is dropping a lot of game, right? He really just provided so much value right there. One LLC as the holding company, which is what I have. Right, I have Wealthy Visions Investment Group as my main holding, my umbrella, and then I have my other LLC directly under that. I haven't created a trust just yet, but that's definitely something I have to do, and I'm slacking on that. But yeah, now Mike is dropping so much game. Gotta have the holding company, owns the businesses, and then the trust owns the holding company. Oh my gosh. That's how the wealthy stay wealthy. That's how the wealthy have their name on nothing but control everything. Right? That's the game. Right? You technically own nothing on paper, but you control the entity that owns everything. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. Yo, this is the game, family. Oh my god, bro. This is so much game being provided. Yeah, no, that's crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. Appreciate your time and sauce this morning, Abel. I appreciate you, Tony. Let's see if I get an LLC. Can I switch my live account to my LLC, or do I need to purchase a new one for that LLC? I mean, you can have, if you're going to get an LLC for trading purposes, and that LLC could be for any trading account that you have. You don't have to buy a LLC for every single trading account. Nah, that's crazy. Right? As long as you have an LLC and it's specifically designed for your trading journey that you're on, then that can cover any trading account that you do. It can cover whether you're trading stocks, futures, commodities, cryptos. You could separate them if you want to, but you really don't have to, right? That one LLC can really cover you know, a broad range of trading industries, you can say. Let's see, you're spitting games today. I'm telling you, y'all got me going, man. More than everyone. What happened to gold? Gold is still just dripping, bro. Like, I'm just watching this shit just drop right here. Holy moly. Holy moly. Even, I mean, everything is dropping, right? The dollar is just running today, man. And we just got the open too, family. Let's see what the open doing. It might, I don't even know how to trade this. I mean, obviously I do, right? But there's really not much that we can do as of right now. Like, all this stuff is just running. I have to wait now and be patient and see if this thing could give us a little bit of a pullback, some type of a pullback here. Because these things are just running. Look at the dollar. The dollar is booming right now, causing everything else to lose value. Clearly, the dollar is in a lot more demand than everything else. Because look at the dollar running. Look at gold. Tanking. Euro tanking. Aussie tanking. Pound tanking. Indices, what are they doing? Tanking. NASDAQ tanking. US 30 just spiked the hell down low. US 30 actually did what I wanted to see too. Take out these lows. Yeah, the dollar is really dominating right now. Something has caused the dollar to be in super demand, which is causing everything else to be extremely, extremely bearish. What's crypto doing, actually? I mean, Bitcoin's trying to rebound a little bit. UJ's flying, probably. GJ, what are you trying to do here, GJ? Hey, GJ buys, man, might not be a bad idea. I haven't traded currencies in a little while, but GJ buys might not be a bad idea. For anybody that trades pound yen, you guys know we only like to buy. We only like to buy these yen pairs. I'm not a fan of selling yen pairs at all whatsoever. But hey, man, this GJ buy is setting up here. Stay woke on that if you trade it. If you trade GJ, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing runs here, right? We just got a super strong 15-minute closure back above the range. It wasn't supported by volume, but we did get a nice strong move back above the range, back above the moving averages. We did test down, create that bottom wick, and now this thing could flip bullish and continue to drive higher here. Hey, GJ looked good to the upside. Let's see what we got here. Gold. Is gold finally going to start to pull back a little bit? Let's see. Let's see what gold does here. Let's see what we got here now. That's what I need. Yeah, JJ. JJ's Mr. Anonymous. JJ loves being anonymous, that's for sure. Yeah, you definitely got to go there. Let's see. Also, Corporate Transparency Act. Businesses must list who owns them. Cannot be anonymous no more. Last I saw, trusts are exempt, so loophole. That's game. That's game. Let's see. TP hit on gold. Let's go, Ricardo. You got a TP hit, Ricardo? Come on now. That's another W for the chat. That's another W for the chat, man. I like celebrating the chat, man. Come on now. Again, even though I'm not in anything right now, as long as you guys are eating. He said I tripled my account with gold. That's a double round of applause for you, my brother. Cheers, Ricardo. You deserve a drink after this session, bro. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, man. Go take a shot of that whiskey. You over here tripling your account on gold. Go take a shot of that whiskey, man. Take a shot of that Patron, whatever it is you like to drink. He said, I don't need no one pocket watching. The irony, you dropping gold while gold is dropping. The irony, right? Let's see what we got here. Toby Masters advice on trading LLCs. Business that owns it hires another business to trade for tax purposes. Hey, yo, Mike. Mike, what do you do for work, bro? Like, what do you do full time? Because you do provide a lot of game. And I think it's because you might be in a specific, I don't know what you do for work, bro, but you know, like, what's up, bro? Like, what do you do for work, Mike? Let me find out you're an accountant over there or something. Because I'll pay you to do a training for us. For the whole gang, for the family. Let's see, don't FOMO, stick to your plan. Absolutely. Listen, I'm not in a rush, family. Like, as of now, I have to sit on my hands. There's nothing that I could do right now. Everything already moved. Unless I'm trying to play the rebound of these, and I'm really not trying to play the rebounds of these. Unless we see like a clear run on liquidity, followed by the opposite side coming in. Maybe we could do something like that. Like EU did come in, just take out these lows. So there is a chance that we could maybe bounce off of this, but the way these markets been running, bro, it's going to be kind of tough to try to fade this stuff. Like trying to fade all this momentum that we've been seeing is like trying to catch a falling knife. Good luck. Good luck. So I personally would like to stay with the momentum, so we have to wait for the pullback, in my opinion. Let's see what we got here. Trying to say the live account I'm trading with TopSet. Can I put that under my LLC, or I have to start a new funded account under the LLC since I already filed out my tax? Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, you could possibly talk to a TopStep and have them change it, but that's something you have to talk to TopStep about, right? Because if you already filed all the paperwork through TopStep to get it, I don't know what the process would be with them to change it, but that's something you have to talk to TopStep about. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think it will be an issue for them to maybe adjust it, but I don't know. Yeah, that's something you got to talk to TopStep. Let's see. Anything you spend on the company can be written off. Absolutely. Home sales. Yep, we do got news in about 20 minutes. Let's see. Like if you go on vacation, you could say it was a business meeting. Absolutely. Listen, why do you guys think I'm okay with us meeting up? I'm okay with getting the Airbnb. I'm okay with getting a chef, right? Like I'm okay with certain things because at the end of the day, it's all tax deductible. Like me and my wife, we take a couple different business trips a year, aka business trips, right? A year. And it's just me and her. But on those business trips, my wife is technically employed in one of my companies, so we're able to discuss business situations, right? And it's all tax deductible. All of it. Let's see. He said I absorb lots of information. Yeah. Let's see, Mike, you got ADHD. I think Mike is like me. You know, again, I consume a lot of information as well. I think that's like the biggest thing that I have for me, right? I'm a very curious person. I'm very curious. If I see something that could help me or benefit me, I'm going down that rabbit hole. Like I'm going down that rabbit hole and I'm learning as much as possible on that specific topic. That's just me. So me and Mike are the same when it comes to that. Me and Mike are twins, right, twin? Come on, twin. Like that's just a fact. So let's see, Lil Kesh buying US 100. You buying the Nasdaq 100? I mean, we did get what I wanted to see here. We might actually get something here on indices. Let's see how this stuff plays out. Indices really didn't react too crazy like the currencies did and gold did. But we did get the sweep that I wanted to see here on the Nasdaq as well. And now we are starting to push on up to the upside here. Let's see how this stuff continues to play, because this could give an opportunity to possibly go higher here. Right, we ran liquidity, filled the wick, ran the lows, starting to find some bullish demand come into play here. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it. What about US 30? US 30 gave a massive wick here. Again, that's the first 5 minutes of the open though, so that's understandable. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna come and fill this wick, or are we just gonna go back bullish here? Let's see, if this 5 minute candle gets engulfed, I might take a buy here on US 30. Or on US 30. If this current 5 minute candle, this bearish one, gets engulfed on the current one that we're in, like if this just flips bullish and closes above it, I would take it. If it continues to drop, then I'm just gonna be waiting. Let's see, what's the S&P doing? The S&P is pretty much chilling as well. S&P, nothing that I like about the S&P just yet. Come on, twin. Let's see, GUTP hit. Another W for the chat. Come on, Chris, man. That boy hit 70 pips just like that. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got here. We did get a close above the 13 right here. What are we doing? Nasdaq doesn't look too bad, man. We might be able to grab some here on the Nas. Grab that quick 20-30 points that we typically are going for. You guys will know when I jump in though, family, right? The trade will be directly here on the screen when I'm actually in the position. You guys will know because it'll be right on the screen. You guys will be able to see exactly how much I'm up, I'm down, whatever the case may be. Let's see, prop firms, read that. The account you register with is what it will be under. 99% sure you cannot change. Yeah, I doubt it neither. All right, once you file that paperwork, it's pretty tough to get them to change it, but you never know. Let's see, twin, I'm a Gemini. I'm an Aquarius, right? Do Geminis and Aquarius Do they have similar personalities? Cause we very similar, bro. How we how we do things. I see. So if I hit the max limit on Top Step, I have a freebie on Thursday. You hit the max limit on. What do you mean by max limit, JJ? Man, I need to watch back this stream, but you dropping fires going over a lot of people's head. I hope it's not, man. I hope it's not going over a lot of people's head. But the reality is, it probably is. It probably is. No cap. All right, let's see what we get here. We could probably run this. We might actually be able to run the buy stop here above this bearish candle. Again, we are on NASDAQ 100 here. Oh, let me go tripping. We might be able to put the buy stop above this previous bearish candle here on the 1 minute. Stops directly below that in case it flips back down. Yeah, this is going to run higher. I'm pretty positive this is probably going to run higher here. But let's see. Maybe setting the buy stop above here might be the play. Might be the play to catch a quick 20. Might be a big 20. US 30. Yeah, we gonna set this, fam. I did set the buy stop above this high. If we do trigger, stop is gonna be directly below the low in case this flips back bearish here. But I did take this buy here. It's gonna be, again, only gonna be targeting around 20-30 points like we typically been saying. But I like how the Nasdaq's been forming. I think there is a really good chance that we do go higher. Again, my initial play was to fill this wick, run these lows, and eventually flip back to the upside. So we gotta see, man. Again, we've been doing really good this week. So let's see if we can get another banger. So far this week we taken 3 trades, 2 wins, 1 break even. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. We did set the buy stop directly above here for the Nasdaq, and now hopefully this can just run for us here. That'll be absolutely beautiful. That would be absolutely beautiful. Again, my stop is kind of tight, because if this does flip back bearish here and stops us out, then it's probably going to continue to drop. So that's why my stop is where it's at. It's like right below this low here. All right, I don't want it any lower than that. Because if it does go lower, then it's probably just going to continue to drop. And at that point, we'll probably just look for more sells. Let's see what we got here. Again, 15 minutes past the open. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Said cashing out, US 30. Yeah, I like this 5-minute close we had too. See, you guys can see it on the screen. So like I said, you guys will be able to see every trade that I take here is always going to be on the screen. Come on now. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about in the Chizzy chat. Let's see, Aquarius and Gemini get along. Let's go. That's what I need to hear. I see I went over 52.6, but then I went all the way down to 49.9, and there was an email talking about a freebie, but I'm not too sure. Or yeah, I'm not sure what that is neither, bro. I'm not sure what that is neither, to be honest with you. All right, let's see now. Let's see. We are running here. $20 pips will be around here. You be rocking pips. We be talking pips too. All right, come on. Let's go. Keep running. Keep running. We're up around, what is this? We're almost about to be up 20 points already, family. This is nuts. That's what I'm saying. Targeting 20 points is... All right, we're up 20 points, family. We're going to roll our stops to break even. I am going to close majority of my position. Listen, we're going to follow our rules, man. I'm going to close majority of my position at 20 points. Bada bing, bada boom. This thing is running. We did just close majority of the position at 20. Let me make sure I adjust my orders as well. And that is a freaking W freaking day. That's how we freaking do it, family. Show up, quick 20 points to the face. And now we can chill. I'm telling y'all, man. Me only targeting 20 points, but my win percentage is about to be 90%. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Fam, can we get some W's in the chat? Could we get some W's in the chat, man? We caught our 20 points. Ended up securing around $400 on the prop firm. Ole mole guacamole. Come on. Yeah. Easy freaking money, fam. I need some W's in the chat, man. Come on now. Even if you're not trading, celebrate others as if you want to be celebrated. Come on. We got to celebrate each other like we want to be celebrated, family. Come on. W's in the chat. I'm not going to accept the fact that we ain't got no W's in here. Come on now. W's in the chat. Come on. We grabbed our 20 points, and now we let the last little remainder run. Now we let the last little remainder run, baby. Come on now. Come on now. Let's freaking go, man. I swear. Adjusting to only 20 points, fam, I promise y'all, our win percentage is going to be damn near 90%. I promise y'all, because that's so freaking easy. But look at this shit run. Look at this shit run. This shit is still going, family. Right? This thing is still going. Right now, we're up almost third. Yeah, we're up around 30 points, 40 points right now. Come on now. Talk to us nicely. Come on. I too close, but I think this shit is going way up more. Yeah, I believe so too. That's why I left the remainder to run. That's why I still left a little some to run, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on now, man. I swear, bro. We've been having such a great week so far, family. We've been having such a good week so far, man. This is the stuff that I like to see, man. Come on now. Let's go. Let's see. Ricardo said best day ever in trading. Let's go. Come on now. OJ said y'all like Outcast Aquamini. That's hilarious, bro. Let's see. And Ricardo's still eating. Come on now, man. This shit is too easy, family. Come on. We gonna let this thing ride, man. This thing gonna ride at TP or gonna hit us at break even. But either way, our job is freaking done. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Brother O said W's. He actually wrote that out. Come on now, man. Yeah, today's session was one of them ones, man, where so much value was provided and we were able to catch a banger trade. See, family, if you guys have no idea how the hell we just did that, if you guys have no idea how we just caught that, then y'all need to stop playing and get into boot camp, man. Like, y'all need to stop playing and grab the boot camp. I promise y'all. Because this is the type of stuff that I'm going to teach y'all in the boot camp on how to do it, how we do it consistently. And I'm telling you, now that I'm adjusting to only targeting 20, 30 points, taking off 80% like the last run, my win percentage, our win percentage, it's not mine. I don't like to say mine, right? Because this is ours. We are together in this, right? It's just going to go through the roof. Because normally, I'm only around 50% accurate, if I'm being honest. Last time I tracked, it was around 50% accurate, 60% accurate. But now, only targeting 20, 30 points, I can get that shit in my sleep. I can get that shit in my sleep. So our win percentage is going to go through the roof. Come on now. Come on now, baby. Yeah, NASDAQ, keep going. Just hit our TP, man. Come on, get us the full close. That'll be, even if you come back, that's cool. We already secured what we needed to secure, but I would love to see that full thing go smacked. I would love for the full thing to get hit. Come on. Come on now. Let's see, up 971 for the day. Oh my. Come on now. Yo, we've been had so many round of applauses today, family. It's kind of crazy. We've had so many W's in the chat today. It's kind of funny. It's kind of crazy how many W's we've had in the chat so far. It's kind of crazy how many W's we had in the chat so far. And big shout out to you guys, right? Because a lot of y'all W's, family, you guys are taking, even me. Like, you guys already came into the stream with those W's, which is absolutely freaking phenomenal. Come on now. This is what I'm talking about, man. I love this shit, family. Keep on running, Nasdaq. Keep on running. Keep on running. Smash RTP, man. Get the full thing out. Come on. I give you full permission to do so. Full permission to do so. You know what I'm about to do, family? I'm actually going to roll my stops even more. I'm going to put my stops right below the current 5-minute candle low. And now we secured probably like around $100, even more. Right? We already secured 80% at 20 points. Now I'm trailing my stop, put it right below here. And it's either we're going to get stopped at another $100+ or we're going to go for the TP for around $200. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Get us out. Fucking go, baby. And we are done for the day. We are done for the day. That's how it's done, y'all. Come on now. We are done. I'm done. I'm chilling. I'm chilling for the day now, family. Beautiful freaking setup, man. Beautiful freaking play here. Come on now. Let's go. And this thing might even still continue to run. Because like I told y'all, man, I think this thing could go all the way back to start turning back up to the highs. Like before today, guys, we've literally come from 3 bearish days. Right? We've had 3 bearish days here. If we really look at the NASDAQ and look at all the indices, we know how bullish these things truly are. Like these things have been nothing but bullish. So this could very well start to make up for those few bearish days that we've had last week. So I wouldn't be surprised if this does continue to still run. But I'm calling it a day. I'm chilling. I'm chilling off of that. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Followed our plan. Did what we needed to do. That's what I'm talking about. It's been a really good week, family. It's been a really good week. No cap. Let's go. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself, family. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself. Cause we having a hell of a time. We having a hell of a time. Come on now. Let's see. Look at silver. Let's see what's silver looking like. You think silver gonna rebound here? You think silver about to rebound here? Let me see. I mean, silver could possibly, just like gold, they could possibly correct. I don't know how I feel about buying it though. I mean, gold did test these lows now. Gold literally just created these equal lows. So we are literally at a major level of structure for gold. I'm pretty sure it's probably the same for silver. We're probably at a major level of structure as well here. Yeah, we are. Actually, we kind of did take out these lows. At least silver is now testing in fresh liquidity here. Right, the fact that we're in fresh liquidity for silver definitely is interesting, and there could be a nice opportunity to catch this move back in, at least within the range. Gold, we took out fresh liquidity amongst this low, the relative low, but we came right back to a level of support here. So we'll have to see how that plays out here. I just don't know how I feel about this, right? I don't know how I feel about buying gold right now, or just buying gold, because I still see the potential for this thing to maybe even go a little bit lower, to be honest with y'all. Now I hope it doesn't, for the sake of you guys that are in gold buys on gold. I mean, let's be honest, family. How many of you guys are buying gold right now? Can we be honest? Because there is a chance, right? There is a chance that this does give a nice correction, you know, back up to the 23, 22s based off futures pricing. There is a good chance that we do see this thing pull back. But for me, if this pulls back, I kind of still want to lean towards more continuations. So there is a chance that both opportunities can be right. This can buy up for anybody that's in the buy, and it's going to be setting me up for the sell. That's a win-win for all of us. Shoot, that's a win-win for all of us, right? So I wouldn't be opposed to that. The only thing is, again, just fighting this momentum was kind of tough for me, but we are at a major level of support, major level of structure. There could be some demand that does come in and pushes this up, but it's not something that I want to partake in personally. But let's see what we got here. I haven't been trading these past 2 days, so I'm glad everyone is getting dubs. See, JJ, that's the right mindset, though, JJ. Man, we gotta be able to celebrate each other, family. Celebrate each other, man. That's the biggest thing here. I'm glad you said that. Let's see, gratitude for looking at silver. Absolutely. Let's see, me took partials at 1500. Come on now, another W for the chat, man. Let's go. Another W for the chizzy chat. Y'all are going crazy today. You guys are going crazy today. What's gotten into y'all today? No, like for real, like what's gone into y'all today? Because you guys are going nuts. Sheesh. You guys must have, you know what I'm saying? You guys, you guys must have got some last night or something, because you guys are trading at a higher level today. You guys are going nuts. Come on now. Let's see, I'm trying to buy on EU. Let's see, what's EU doing? What's EU doing? Let's see. I mean, EU is similar to gold. I think it has a similar opportunity, just like how gold could, right? Bounce off these lows. EU did sweep this low down here, ever so lightly sweep of the lows, but it did sweep the lows. It does have an opportunity to bounce up. I just, yeah, I mean, I hope it does run for you. You never know. You never know. Hopefully that runs. Let's see what we got. Let's go big dubs today. Yes, sir. My guy Drew in the building. Appreciate you, my brother. Let's see, thoughts on World War III and everything that's going on with Russia and the USA? Man, there's a lot that we could talk about on that. Before I even say anything on the situations that's happened, right? Do we have anybody that's in the military right now in the chat? Do we have any military, any service men or women in the chat? Because I would love to get your opinion and your guys' thoughts as well on this topic. Right? Do we have anybody that's currently active in the chat? Active in the military in the chat? Or at least was active and keeps up? Because I would love to get the opinion of people that are currently active to see what their thoughts are on what's going on, right? Because there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening in the world, family, especially with all this stuff with Russia and the US. Like, Russia's damn near getting fed up with NATO as a whole. Like, Russia, China, India. What's the rest of what are the countries inside of BRICS? There's Brazil, Russia, India, China, I think it's South Africa, and then there's a whole bunch of other ones that ended up wanting to be a part of it, right? But that whole collective is getting tired of NATO. I'm not even gonna lie, right? And NATO is our partnership with other countries. The U.S.'s partnership on a military basis with a lot of other countries in the world. Russia's getting fed up. Like, Russia's already talking about adjusting their nuclear doctrine. Right? They want to make it easier for them to actually be able to use nukes in case it happens. That's crazy. That's crazy. But there's a lot going on. I don't even know where to start on that topic, Devin, because there's so much happening, right? Obviously, the whole situation with Ukraine and Russia has been a big deal for the past couple years. Russia is doing what they feel like they have to do to protect their borders, which is why they even attacked Ukraine. You know, they attacked Ukraine because Ukraine wanted to become a part of NATO. And it's always been they've always had an agreement that Ukraine can be its own entity as long as they never joined NATO or never became allies with the US and our partners. Obviously, that has changed where Ukraine has wanted to be part of NATO so they can have the protection of the US. But Russia's like, nope, we don't want you to do that, because if Ukraine is a part of NATO, the US has the ability of placing rockets literally on the border of Russia, and Russia does not want that. So yeah, it's a very lengthy discussion that we can have on that. But World War III is, like, think about how many wars are happening right now, fam. Like, there's a lot of chaos happening between Russia, Ukraine, between Israel and Gaza, the Palestinians. Honestly, not even just the Palestinians, but it's Israel versus a bunch of different people, like Israel versus Lebanon, Israel versus Gaza and Palestinians, Israel versus a whole bunch of different people right now. Then we have the whole situation with Haiti being overthrown and being run by a gang. We got mass shootings and bombings everywhere throughout this world. the U.S. now also just escalated things by allowing Ukraine to use U.S.-made weapons, American weapons, which Ukraine decided to use last weekend, and they decided to bomb a beach full of civilians. So obviously, Russia's going to respond to that. Russia already has said for the longest that if Ukraine use American-made weapons, that they are going to react and respond at a very high level. All I would say, right? Sudan, Congo, yeah, that's a whole nother, like, there's so many wars in Africa as a whole. Like, Africa, the whole continent, there's a shit ton of wars happening over there. Like, we have never had this many wars happening at one time since probably World War II. Like, in like 50 years, we haven't had this much chaos happening at the same exact time. Why do we think, and this doesn't, I mean, it could turn political, the answer for this, so I'm going to let you guys speak y'all piece. But why do we think all this chaos has decided to happen now, where all of these occurrences are happening across the world at the same exact time? Why do we think that that's happening? I believe, if you guys are not aware of this, guys, but the U.S. is, we like to consider ourselves as the police for the world, right? We are the big brothers of every other country, at least, right? We try to be the police of the world because we spend the most money in our defense budget. We have the most capabilities. We have the most technology. I don't even know how to say the word, right? We have the best equipment across the world, the best weapons. We have our allies with NATO stationed everywhere across the world, right? We really have bases damn near everywhere. So if the police of the world and our leadership is looking frail, why wouldn't you take this time to actually go ahead and act? Like right now, other countries are looking at the U.S. and they're laughing at us because our leadership is weak. Our leadership is frail. This doesn't even have to be crazy political. This is just common sense at this point. Like, if we had strong leadership in office, I truly believe most of these wars that we're currently seeing would have never happened. Why? Because our leadership, if we were strong, we would have nipped it in the butt immediately. But because right now our leadership is being perceived as weak, and our country is being perceived as weak, other countries are trying to take advantage of that and abuse it. Other countries are like, okay, if we want to invade another country, now's the best time to do it because we don't have the U.S. as strong as they normally do. Like, we look weak as hell right now on the global stage. Like, we really do. So why not use that opportunity to go ahead and attack? Like, why not? Like, if I was China and I see the U.S. right now where it's at, and I understand that there's an election coming up, why not go and invade Taiwan right now? Like, if there's a better time, there's no better time than now for China to do what they actually want to do and try to claim ownership of Taiwan again. Because Taiwan at one point used to be a part of China, which is why they still believe it is, and they try to get it back. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you? But if China invades Taiwan, if or a matter of when they do, see, now we really are going to be in, like, that's in my opinion, that's the official start of World War III. Like, that's the official start of World War III. And again, I could be, I'm not trying to fear monger. I'm just speaking from what I see and what I know based off the information that I get. So again, man, I'm not saying that if we had stronger leadership that none of these wars would have happened. I'm pretty sure some of these shits would have still happened, but most of this shit would have been contained very quickly if we had strong leadership in office. We do not have strong leadership in office right now. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, whether you're Republican or Democratic, there's no way that we can actually agree or deny the fact that we don't have strong leadership right now. We don't. And other countries see that and they're taking advantage of it. They're taking their chance right now to do it. Not only that, we're over here, and this is the thing that bothers me the most, right, about all this shit, right? And then we're not gonna get too political, right? Because I really, there's certain topics, guys, that I really try to stay away from because I know it gets very emotional, right? And I try to play my part and not try to create more division than what there already is. But I will say this, right? It is a major problem that we are okay with trying to strengthen the borders of other countries while our own borders are weak as hell. Like, that's what bothers me. That's what doesn't make no sense to me. Like, why are we constantly sending billions of dollars to other countries to help their borders, but yet our borders right now, there's thousands of illegal migrants crossing every single week. Thousands every single week are crossing over. Like, why not defend our own borders? Could we strengthen our own borders, bro, before we get another 9/11 to happen? Like, can we strengthen our own infrastructure real quick and then help others if needed? Like, we have to protect ourselves first. Like, it makes no sense. Like, can we please buckle down and lock our shit down and then worry? Like, how it's like, yeah. I mean, I could go on a rant with this, right? Because it just doesn't make no sense, bro. Like, we're so focused on other countries right now, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't be. Like, bro, we have so many issues here at home. Like, we have so many problems here at home. Like, let's lock our shit down first and then help other people. That's like you saying right now, right? That's like, let's use an analogy, right? Let's say you have a beautiful house, right? And then your neighbor has a beautiful house. And now there's a gang of people that decide to invade your neighborhood. But instead of you starting to buckle up your house, instead of you locking down your house, you're over here going and helping your neighbor lock down theirs first. Like, can you lock your shit down first? Like, let's secure your house first and then go worry about the other neighbors. Family, when you are in an airplane, right? When you're in an airplane and you're getting ready to take off and the stewardess is standing up, what is the first thing they tell you, right? When they're actually going through the whole process with the face mask. What do they tell you? They say, worry about your mask first and then help your neighbor. Why? Because if you can't get yourself right, how can you help the next person get right? So like that's my only argument, bro. I understand we have allies. I understand we have to help our allies, whatever the case may be, blah, blah, blah. But can we help ourselves first and then worry about them, bro? We got too many issues going on right now for us to be focused on anybody else. And crazy thing is, me speaking about this shit right here is a political thing now. We can't even talk about these things on various platforms because then we're being political. Like, bro, no, I'm worried about the safety of us and our children, bro. I got kids that live here. My family lives here, bro. Like, I'll be damned if we continue to let our shit go down the hole, bro, when I got family here, bro. Like, come on. Like, that's the thing, bro. I don't know, family. I don't go. All this shit is way above my pay grade, but it's like common sense, bro. Like, we have to protect the house first. Protect the house and then worry about your neighbors. Protect the house and then worry about your neighbors. That's what we should do. But who am I, right? Maybe I should go for office, man. Maybe I should go for office because I got a lot of shit that I need to get off my mind when it comes to all that. And that's why, again, whatever side of the aisle you're on, that's up to you. But that's why I like people like Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm a big fan of Vivek Ramaswamy. Right? He was going for president as a Republican. He eventually ended up stepping down, obviously, to let Trump do his thing. But I'm a big fan of Vivek because not only does he point out the obvious shit that we need to do, he actually comes with a plan. Like, he's not like most of these politicians that are saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But how? Like, what's the plan? Like, that's the thing about politicians, family, right? They do a great job at promising a lot of shit to get your vote, but with no real plan to actually do it. Like, at all. Like, don't just make promises and not have a plan to back it up, bro. Make the promises, but actually have a plan. I don't know. Listen, man. All that stuff, again, various platform I would have got canceled on. I would have had people yelling at me, Abel, you're this or that, bro. Like, no, I'm using common sense right now. That's what I'm doing. Like, protect the house and then protect your neighbors. Like, I don't know how that's a political statement. Like, I don't get how that can even be turned into a negative. How can people turn that into a negative? That statement, protect your house first and then worry about your neighbor. How is that a political statement nowadays? That's how divided we are from a political standpoint. That people really would take that as, be offended by me saying that. Like, what? How does that make sense, bro? Protect the house and then protect the neighbors. But no, nowadays, with how soft we have become and with this cancer culture that we have, it should just, I don't know, family. I don't know. Listen, all I'm saying is don't be surprised if in the next 10 to 15 years you guys see Abel living in Bali or some shit, living in Thailand. I wouldn't mind El Salvador. El Salvador's looking good right now. El Salvador's looking good right now. El Salvador, Bitcoin capital of the world. They went from the most dangerous country in the world to now one of the safest countries in the world in a matter of 3 years because their president is fucking dope. Hey, I might become El Salvadorian. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I really like El Salvador and their president, man. They're not playing this shit. Even Argentina. Argentina's too. Argentina's cool, right? Even though the president of Argentina, he's a little crazy. He's a little out there. Do like a Spanish he looked like a Spanish version of Einstein. He's a little out there, but again, he's not playing this shit, bro. He's not playing this shit. He's like, yo, we're focused on ourselves and that's it. I was just being honest, but again, all this shit, me talking about this stuff will be considered me choosing sides or whatever you want to consider. But I don't give a damn, bro. Like, at the end of the day, my family lives here, man. We really gotta take this shit serious. No cap. So man, what a day though today, family. What a freaking day in the markets, bro. Let's get back on topic real quick, because y'all gonna have me keep on going. Let's get back on topic real quick, because y'all gonna have me keep on going, man. Because again, I try to avoid speaking on, there's a few things that I try to avoid speaking on these platforms, right? I really don't like talking about politics. I really don't like talking about religion. Politics and religions are two slippery slopes that you'll never win with, because there's always people that feel very strongly about certain things, right? So speaking on religion and speaking on politics, boy, I always try to avoid. But bro, enough is enough. Like, we gotta get our shit together, bro. We gotta get our shit together as a country. No cap, we really do. Let me see. And we did have 10:03, guys. 10:03 did pass. Big 10:03s in the chat, even though it's 10:15. Let's see. What are your thoughts about the debate on Thursday? That's a good question. That's tomorrow. That is tomorrow, actually. That's going to be interesting. Trump and Biden are actually going to debate tomorrow on CNN. Trump and Biden are actually about to debate. This is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure almost everybody knows how things are about to go. We know that Trump would love to obviously come in there and dominate. We know that Biden has a very hard time with putting words together. But I think he's still going to come with a solid plan to approach his topics. But I think more than anything, the reason why I believe the Democratic Party even agreed to this was, for one, because they're doing it on CNN, so they kind of have the advantage there with CNN being a heavy Democratic. They are going to be regulating the debate, right? Like, Trump isn't going to be able to do a lot of his antics because whenever it's not his turn to talk, they're going to be muting the mics. But I think the Democratic Party is doing this because they want to see if he can actually compare or compete with Trump. If Biden gets absolutely destroyed tomorrow, listen to me closely, If Biden gets destroyed tomorrow in this debate, which I truly think he's going to, because Trump is phenomenal with his words, he gets a little carried away a lot of times. Let's be real. Trump does do a lot of things for the views and the clicks as well. That's Trump, right? He does do a lot of things because he knows it's going to go viral. So he says crazy shit that I don't agree with. But he does a great job at controlling the narrative, controlling the pace, and truly having people feel away. So I think Trump is going to dominate, but I think that's also what the Democrats want. I think the Democrats want Trump to dominate so that they can eventually now come to an agreement and say, all right, you know what? We can't have Joe Biden up there as our nominee. Let's find a replacement. I think this is a part of the Democratic plan as a whole. I think they're doing this on purpose to really see where Biden stands. And when he does get demolished tomorrow, which I think he will, they're eventually going to find a replacement for him come November. And that replacement, everybody's, again, there's a big possibility that that replacement for Biden, because I don't think Biden is going to make it up until November. There's a big chance that it's going to be Michelle Obama. Holy shit. Now that would be crazy. That would really cause a lot of divide in this country. If they do replace Biden as the eventual nominee, which right now he is the nominee, but if they eventually replace him and they make somebody like Michelle Obama step up and do it, holy moly, that's going to cause this country to go crazy. Because Michelle Obama, no matter how you feel about the Obamas, they are very loved in this country still, especially by the Democrats. So that would be insane. But that is also going to bring a lot of chaos, in my opinion. So again, that's what I think. This is just all my opinion, by the way. It's not a fact. So don't go and say, oh, Abel said this, Abel said. First of all, who the hell is Abel? Right? Like, I'm such a small pea in the pie. Like, but I think that that's their plan. Right? They wanted Biden to do this way ahead of time to see where he stands. They know he's probably going to get trampled by Trump. But then eventually that gives them an excuse to find somebody else. And Michelle Obama is probably the only person on the face of this earth that can probably compete with Trump. If it's not Michelle Obama, then Trump is going to win by a landslide come November. I'm just being, again, this is stuff that some of you guys might not want to hear, but this is just a fact. Like, you can look at the polls and you can see this shit. Trump is dominating in every single poll by a large margin. So again, their only hope is to get Michelle Obama in, who can also compete. And that's the only person that could probably beat Trump come November. The only person that could probably beat Trump. And even then it's going to be tough just because Trump has dominated. It's going to be tough to beat Trump in general no matter who it is. But Michelle does have a good chance of probably competing for sure. Because Biden has no chance. Let's be honest here. Biden has zero chance of even winning. He has zero chance of winning the debate, in my opinion, let alone the actual presidency. So, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts, my opinions. If I offended anybody by saying that, it's kind of crazy that I even have to apologize. But you guys know, this is not a political channel. This is a trading channel. So, if I did offend you for whatever reason, I do want to apologize. I'm just speaking based off the facts, or not even the facts. I'm just speaking based on my opinions of what I've seen and what I've known and what I follow. Again, I'm a very curious person, so I definitely keep up to date with everything that has to do with politics. Whether I speak on it or not is obviously there's reasons why. But trust me, like, I watch the debates. Like, in fact, if you guys actually go back in time, if you guys actually do your research, right? And this is the biggest issue with us in the States here, right? We blindly support and follow parties without doing any research. And that's the biggest issue that we have here. If you actually do research on what the Democrats stand for, on what the Republicans stand for, and you make a decision based on their policies and which ones matter to you, then nobody can fault you for that. You're not wrong for that. That's how you should do it, right? But make sure you do the research first. Don't just say you're Republican just because you're Republican, right? Don't just say you're Democrat just because your family's been Democrat forever. That's the wrong approach you want to take. Do your research. Follow the policies that each side stands for, the ones that are polarizing to you, that make the most sense to you, and then vote based off of that. Not based off what social media is telling you. Not based off what your family's telling you. That's the wrong way to do it. My family has been Democratic my entire life until recently, where my dad, over the past 10 years, my dad made like a crazy shift out of nowhere. My dad went from voting Democratic to now he votes Republican. My mom, she's probably going to still vote Democratic. Most of my family's probably going to still vote Democratic. Me, I'm voting based on the policies that are going to help me and my family. That's what I'm voting for. I'm voting based off that. Whether it's Democratic or Republican, I really don't give two shits. What's the policies like? What is going to help my family be better in this country? That's what I'm voting for. So, but again, I apologize if I offended you. I know JJ said don't apologize, but again, I'm not here trying to offend nobody because I know how touchy-feely these subjects are. So I do want to give an apology if I offended you in some way, shape, or form. But I just got to speak the facts on how I feel. So let's tie it back to trading, Abel. What are the market's implications of what you're saying? I mean, that's a good question. To be honest with you, that's a really, really good question. I don't even know if I actually have a good answer for that, to be honest with you. Like, I don't even know if I have a good answer for that. Because typically, not always, right? But typically, these markets, especially when we're looking at, indices like the S&P, the NASDAQ, when one party is in office, they usually run a lot more aggressively than the other. Right? When Republicans are in office, and again, you guys can do your research on this, don't just take my word for it. But when Republicans are in office, more times than not, our economy is booming, extremely strong, extremely thriving, and that is just because of their policies. Right? It's because of their policies that they're implementing. The thing about Republican side, and I'm just going to leave it at this and then we'll get off this topic. From what I've done research on, Republicans are the party that are going to force you to not be lazy. The Democratic Party are the ones that are going to cause you to be lazy. Again, I hope I'm not offending nobody, but Republicans and their policies, not all of them, are going to force you to get off your ass and go to work and force you to want to do better. Where the Democratic side, they're the ones that are going to make you a little bit lazy. They're the ones that are for government, the government, housing and the food stamps and the Medicare. Like, those is always the arguments that the Democratic side does, right? Like, oh, we'll give you more food stamps. And that touches a lot of people. So people will vote for that. But then the Republicans are like, no, stop being dependent on the government and get off your ass and go work. Right? Get off your ass and go work. That's the Republican side. And I'm leaving out a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, right? But Republican side, most of their policies are there to force you to get off your ass and go work. And stop relying on government, these government programs. Where the Democrats are only focused on catering to the people that need the government programs. So you got to vote on what is going to help you the most. For me, you guys know where I probably stand. You guys probably can tell what side I'm leaning on. I want to lean on the side that's going to force us to get better. So, I'll leave it at that. Let's see. How you feel about tomorrow's PCE? We do got PCE tomorrow. I don't think it's tomorrow, though. I believe PCE is on Friday, but we do got GDP tomorrow. GDP is going to be interesting. I mean, they're expecting a big drop. They're expecting a big drop, right? So as of right now, GDP was at 3.4%. Again, for those of you guys that don't know what GDP is, family, GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product. It tells us how good our economy is doing. Are we growing or are we contracting as an economy? That is what GDP tells us. Now, the thing about the GDP report is that there's different variations that come out, right? We typically have 3 different GDP reports come out for each quarter. this GDP right here that's supposed to come out tomorrow is for Q1. I wonder how many, is this the last one? Is this the final revision? Let me check. I'm not sure if this is the final revision, but either way, it's expected to go from 3.4 to 1.3. That is saying that our economy has contracted in the first quarter. Now, is our economy contracting a good or a negative thing for the markets? Again, is that good for stocks? Is that good for crypto? Is that good for commodities? That is the question we have to ask ourselves and find out. Right? Is our economy contracting bullish for the S&P, the Nasdaq, or the Dow? Yes or no? I want you guys to answer it in the chat, family. Right? Answer this in the chat real quick, family. Right? Because if we do come out as expected, then yeah, that's a 2% drop right there in GDP. That's pretty big. But is that going to be perceived as good or bad for the economy? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, family. Is that good or bad? Oh, and by the way, I made this post on Facebook too. I asked the question, right? So, I believe a drop in GDP is going to be perceived as good, right? It's going to be perceived as good for now because of the fight against inflation. If we're seeing our economy contract, that means less spending is starting to occur. Retail sales is what we're talking about when we talk about spending. Retail sales makes up a big portion of the GDP. So when our GDP is contracting, that means less spending is occurring, which also can mean inflation can stay down to where it's at. Okay? So I would perceive that as a good thing based off our current market environment. If we still weren't dealing with inflation, if inflation wasn't a talk of the town at all, see, then that would be perceived as a bad thing. Okay? The current state of the markets, guys, plays a major role on how these news events are going to be shown on the charts. So a drop in GDP in normal market conditions is a bad thing. Indices are probably going to drop, stocks will probably drop. But because we're still dealing with inflation, it could be perceived as a good thing because that's going to help against the fight against inflation. Does that make sense, family? Again, current environment matters. And again, I hate to bring back the boot camp. No, I don't actually. But this is the shit that I teach you guys in the boot camp. Right? I teach you guys all this stuff in the boot camps. Right? How to actually break down the news, the data, how to use that in correlation with the markets and the charts, and how to make proper decisions based on all that stuff. Okay? So tomorrow's GDP report is going to be an absolute banger. It's not even just that. We do have durable good orders as well. Right? This is another big one. Are these businesses still placing a ton of orders, yes or no? Or are we starting to see these businesses order less and less product because the demand is not there? If the demand is not there and now these businesses have to start to order less product, is that a good or a bad thing for the current environment? That is a good thing. Why? Because if they're not ordering more, that means the demand is dying. The whole point of us keeping interest rates at 5.25% is to continue to kill the demand for goods and services so that we can continue to get inflation down to where it needs to be. Right? So that one's a big one too. And then obviously initial jobless claims. This is a weekly report, but that also can shake things up as well. Okay, and again, I always get confused with certain fundamentals. Yeah, it is, right? It is very tricky, especially if you're not keeping up to date with, just everything that's happening, right? The economics of our country, right? If you're not keeping up to date with inflation and all that stuff, then it's going to be very hard to understand. But again, I'm a very curious person, like I said, right? So I typically like to go deep into that shit. But again, that's how you got to really approach this stuff, guys. Right? Approach it. But it does take a little while to get used to, though. And current environment matters. Heavy. Okay. All right, but listen, man. We do got PCE on Friday. They're expecting that to drop. Again, PCE is a measure of inflation. This is the Federal Reserve's preferred measure of inflation. And they're expecting drops. At least right now, we're expecting drops. Month over month from 0.2 to 0.1. Year over year from 2.8 to 2.6. So we're expecting a drop in inflation. A drop in inflation is going to send these markets to the moon. A drop in inflation on Friday, if PCE comes out as expected or lower, the S&P is going to fly, the NASDAQ's going to fly, crypto's going to fly, gold might fly, who knows, depending on how gold is at the time. But the market's going to run if that happens. If we come out higher than expected, holy moly, the dollar is going to be the one that runs. The dollar is going to get a lot of strength. Everything else is probably going to lose value. So that's where we stand with that. Cool. All right, so besides that though, family, man, what a day we had today, bro. What a session today. This session right here was one of them ones, man. I promise you it was. Like, if you guys were here with me, I appreciate y'all so much, because this talk that we had today, it was one of them ones, man. It was really a very, very good session today, family. It's one of them ones you might want to try to watch a recording of it, because yeah, it was dope. It was dope. I might actually, it's gonna take me a little while, but I might actually take this stream right here and chop it up and try to make it into a much shorter version and just keep all the good value that I provide. Because today's session was one of them ones, man. It was one of them ones, man. Like, keep all the good value that we had, keep the trade in there, keep all the good talks that we had, but you know, all the little stuff, take it out. Hopefully turn this 2-hour video into like 30 minutes. That'll be cool. It'll be easier for you guys to consume. I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Well, listen, family, man, I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. You guys are absolutely amazing and phenomenal. Today was one of them beautiful sessions, man. Everything just played out beautifully. It's been a really good week for us so far, family. No losses at all. We have 3 wins, 1 break even where we didn't take partials on. But other than that, it's been a really banger of a week. How accurate are the forecasts? I mean, there's times when they're accurate and there's times that they're way off. So, I guess it depends on the news event, to be honest with you, Daquan. It depends on the news event, right? Because certain news events, they're never accurate on it. But other ones, they're pretty on point. But either way, though, family, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you guys for rocking with your boy today. Hopefully, you guys come back tomorrow for another phenomenal session. Hopefully, I gave you guys enough value, enough entertainment, enough education that you guys continue to show up. Because we'll be back tomorrow, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Just do the same exact thing we did today. Show up and perform. All right, family. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. You guys know the vibe. It's your boy Abel. And we out of here. All right, y'all. Take care, family.